Welcome.
What's up? What's up? This is Odd Pod episode number 79.
The Jazz Hour.
You know, we're gonna talk about mind, M-I-N-D.
What it is.
Yeah, what we think.
The powers of the mind.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you get me thinking. All right. So first of all, do you think the mind? This is the first question that popped up in my head. Do you think the mind is where your consciousness is?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. I personally.
Our mind is in our brain. Is that what you asked me?
Well,
I think our mind is in our brain.
Consciousness.
Our consciousness. I feel like our consciousness is like in this chakra right here in the heart or something.
Okay.
And our mind and our brain are up here. And that's how you gotta think with your gut sometimes. Like maybe our consciousness is in our stomach. I don't know. Or they're all intermingled. It's like a sphere of.
Yeah, I don't think your consciousness resides in your mind. I think your consciousness is like your soul.
Right, your higher self.
Something like that, yeah. But it's not something like that just because you have a brain, you're gonna have, you have consciousness. That's, in my opinion, that has nothing to do with it. All those stories like Frankenstein and, name any story of when someone tried to create something, it's turned out to be this evil creature with no mind. It just wants to either kill or eat, or you know what I'm saying. It's just
right.
It's just an idiot, right, with the brain.
Right.
Because
With
that's
the
not.
mind.
Yeah, the mind is not consciousness. But do you think that? Let me see. So what else do you got? Think? Shit.
I think it's incredible. Like when I change my mindset, my mind state.
Yeah. It's like a television set. You can choose what channel to focus on. Like you can choose if I want to have a channel with none with depression and beating up myself and just having all these past flashbacks of shit that I'm gonna be like, oh, I can't believe I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can change the channel to like, hey, but that's not me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
that
was just a learning experience.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I used to watch that program. Now I don't watch that program anymore.
In my opinion, that's one of the reasons why mind exists, is so that you can look back at your memory. Without mind, how would you have a memory? That's right. What it's for. It's like a storage thingy. It's a computer. You know what I'm saying? It's a pewter. You know what I'm saying? And
I feel like the mind is a little different than because the computer is like just the normal brain shit. Like the brain communication tells you what to do, like moving and shit.
Yeah.
So the mind is a little bit bigger than that. It's like an outer or something.
Okay. I see. But
it's the crown chakra.
I feel you. I think that
So I was gonna say, when you change your mind state,
right,
your environment changes.
Like a TV channel. Yeah,
your environment changes, and just like when you watch something, you get and you feel like you're in it. You feel like
How many times have you been playing chess and like you just forget everything that's there? Like you forget there was even someone else in the room, or that someone even left. You get lost in it. Sometimes it's not even when I'm playing people all over the board. It could be when I'm on an app. I get so into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or when I read, sometimes I remember I look up, I'm like, oh shit, I'm actually like I totally forget anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that feeling though. That was like I was deep.
There.
I was deep.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about reading.
So mine can all of a sudden decide to focus on this so much that's the world you're creating in your brain at the moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your mind can put you there.
Yeah, it's almost like like how the Matrix did. Some of the stuff from the Matrix seems to be like it makes sense now as you get older, or as you know what I'm saying.
What do you mean? Like it's connected to the mind, or disconnected from the mind?
Well,
when your mind's not connected, then when your mind's not connected.
Well, I think more in the sense of like when they were here in the Matrix, quote unquote, they were able to download abilities to do anything. Like Neo, I know Kung Fu. You know what I'm saying?
Right, with their mind.
Yeah, all of a sudden they just know. It's almost like saying that hey, there is a way to access all this information, but you have to know how to tap into it. You know what I'm saying? And their I don't know what it was. Who knows what. I don't know if they ever explained that. What is it that made these people who in Zion were just regular human beings, with no superpowers, but all of a sudden hooked up to the Matrix, they were these like super beings. You know, pretty interesting. Like it makes you wonder how they would achieve that.
Right.
You know, what makes it so you have your superpowers? You know, is it just that you're aware of the game so that you can, you know what I'm saying? Like
you're aware of the game and you're aware of your capabilities.
Of the Matrix, so to speak, right? That's what it is. You're aware of the Matrix, you know, and you don't want to, you know, like
this realm.
Yeah. You know how you don't, you know,
It's physical state.
Yeah.
But we can use our mind state to control the physical state, and I'm not talking about levitating objects and shit, but creating a more positive. If you have a more positive mind state, eventually your environment you'll start reflecting the environment, and it'll start becoming positive.
Because you know what you just said. If you're trying to achieve that, if you're trying to go from a shitty habits, shitty way of living, whatever you want to call it, or sadness, depression, anger, whatever you want to call it, right? You want to move away from that, like you said, achieve what you want to achieve. It's all gonna be inner work. You know, there's nothing you change on the outside. I mean, side of.
You gotta start with them first.
Well, you know, I was gonna say, you know, there's situations where like, you know, I don't know how to put it.
Once you fix the inside, then you'll know how to fix your outside to the point where it's like just necessary.
Yeah, I got totally lost. Blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? No, but see, I turned to Frankenstein all of a sudden. But okay, unless there's some physical abuse involved, you know what I'm saying? You always have to realize that changing nothing on the outside is gonna fix anything. Not really, you know what I'm saying? Like even someone like your sister and your brother-in-law they're trying to escape a shitty situation, right? If they move to this new situation with the same mindset of in a fear state, it's not gonna be a better situation, you know. I was in their situation too, where you know you had to leave a bad situation. You know, and it caused you a little bit of fear. You know, caused you a little bit of trauma, a little bit of shock. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it took me a good while to adjust. You know, still when I hear this people come up the stairs, it took me a few months to like not panic, or whenever I heard a car door opening and closing at night. It took a lot for me to not always go out there and say who's coming upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Like I could finally breathe easy here.
Yeah, I was like that as a kid, bro, in the apartments.
Man,
I was always like, what the fuck? Like when they were walking, because we were upstairs and shit, I just see the shadow. It's because that movie Copycat. And it wasn't even like a horror movie. It's just a movie about like a serial killer where they copycat each other.
But was it real? Was there really a killer there?
No, in my house, in my apartments. Nah, but I was just traumatized because of a movie.
Oh,
so it put me in a mind state. Oh, there's these motherfucking killers everywhere. Everybody's copycatting each other.
I feel you.
Breaking in and just.
It sounds like Hannibal, the series.
Yeah. So.
You did watch it? Yeah. Okay.
I don't think we finished it though.
Because remember season 3 was so stupid.
Yeah.
Alright, now back to the mind. Hey, Hannibal is a lot about the mind, especially about the mind. He unlocks all the secrets. He knows all the secrets of the mind and knows how to manipulate people to do horrible things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's on another level that I'm not even aware of. Like, it's manipulating minds and shit. Let's
like you know, like when people talk about MK Ultra and stuff like that. If you look
mind
it up,
control.
Yeah, if you look it up, like how that works, like these people find a way to hypnotize you, right? That's really the basis of it. You get hypnotized, and then you're somehow some way after having certain words, hearing certain tones, certain colors, you basically whatever you're told you believe. You know, for example, there's stories of people who have been under this programming and been told to jump off of a 10-story building, and they've been told, hey, you're jumping off of a ladder, you know what I'm saying? But you have to make sure you squat, and they do it, and they jumped 10 stories and landed successfully. You know what I'm saying?
And survived.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bro, I was watching some dude. It was like some kind of parkour, but it wasn't parkour because he was just like jumping, and he was just like being like the way Splinter Cell taught me how to land and shit to kind of like be flexible.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, but I still wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like I mean, these people mind control. I mean, we know how this.
So that means if they believe that they could do it themselves, and they would be able to do it.
Well, we're gonna get deep into this. Think about all the mind control, sex trafficking people. You know what I'm saying? In those bad areas. You know what I'm saying? Like those areas. You know, like where the quote unquote elite pedophile, whatever you wanna call it. You know, those people are very much under mind control. You know, they're taught to believe something, and it's horrible. You know what I'm saying?
And then like,
and in my opinion, too many people actually like too many people use their knowledge of how to manipulate the mind for bad.
Yeah.
You know, this is why like I've always tried to learn the secrets of the mind and how to get in there, but for good. You know what I'm saying?
To influence.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I would like to take traumatized people and be able to sort of like, because I know what it is. You know, there's been rooms put in your head where there's incredibly scary things in there. You know what I'm saying? And you've been taught that if you go into those rooms in your brain, that you'll suffer, that it'll be bad. You know what I'm saying? Think that the most horrible things will happen to you, right? So you avoid those rooms. It's crazy. Yeah, that's how deep these people get manipulated, right? But what I'd like to do is give you the power to believe that, hey man, you know, there's nothing to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? This is all here. The same way that you made it scary, you can make yourself stronger than that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And overcome all that. You know what I'm saying? But that thing, so many people have been just programmed to think that they're powerless, programmed to think that they have no influence over anything. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's the social media and shit, and the mainstream media. Makes a lot of people feel helpless and powerless. They're mind control.
Yeah, bro. It's like that's
they're
weak,
weak, and they become weak-minded.
It's sad. Yeah, bro. It's sad. And then you have people who are just willing to do anything that the people in control tell them, like kind of what's happening around. You know what I'm saying? A
strong exercised mind questions everything.
It seems to me that so many people are just sipping the Kool-Aid and they don't even care that it's like, hey, this kind of tastes funny, or this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really what it is.
Say it's good for me, so I'm gonna take
bro. Like I would hope that we would be a more free thinking group of people. And, you know,
asking more questions.
Ask more questions. Do the real research. You know what I'm saying? You know your power as a citizen. You know.
Right. People assume that they have no nah. I gotta listen to these official with the mainstream because I can't decide for myself.
Yeah, because you've been brainwashed to think that people who have more money somehow are smarter.
Who look more flashy.
Or somehow have authority. You know what I'm saying? Some people who never even graduated from college, but just because they have a lot of money, you know, like we have to listen to them, you know, like I don't
It's like Hunger Games.
Golly.
Right?
Ooh-wee. Yeah,
we got more power than we realize.
Yeah, bro. And that's what people need to wake up to, man. Like it's some people are expecting Christ to come back in some fluffy white cloud. That's not gonna happen, fam. Christ is gonna come back as inside of us, so to speak. We have to awaken our Christ consciousness, and the more of us do it, the more powerful that Christ consciousness will get on earth. And that's the reincarnation, when we are aware of our Christ consciousness. You know, hey, he came to tell you how to do it. He gave you the manual. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard to follow, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He came back too.
Yeah, bro. He came back. He came back.
And he dipped again.
And then have you seen, if you go to around cultures in the world, all of them have stories of the bearded man, the pale man that came and taught them stuff. Who do you think they're talking about there, bro? And they say he came out of the water. They're talking about Jesus, bro. They're talking about Christ. You know, that dude, you know, he didn't just talk to one group of cultures. He influenced culture all over the world.
Well, I mean, because the Christian Bible has no idea what he did for so long.
Exactly.
So that's what he was doing.
Well, it's not that they have no idea, right? It's like,
well, they say they don't.
Do you even want to believe what's in there? Think about it. The guys.
That's true.
It's like if people. Oh man, I don't want to put any names out there, but like the guy who murdered, like OJ when he did that book, If I Did It, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You know that's basically what that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So to have a strong mind, you can't let everything influence you right away. You gotta put it through a strong mind has a filter. We can be like, all right, let me decipher what goes with my gut, what goes with my mental state.
You have to also realize what triggers you. You know, your mental, your negative traits like jealousy, anger, anything, bro, like lust.
Sadness.
Yeah, sadness, lust, depression, anger, all that stuff. Pay attention to what triggers it, bro, because the mind will always play games with you. That's the whole thing. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, God, why is the mind there? It's there so that you can learn to
You almost got to trick the mind instead of letting it trick you.
You have to learn to see it for what it is. You know, it's a tool. You know, but don't let it run you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you
right.
need to be master of your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't
yeah,
let,
you have to have positive.
yeah,
shit.
so many people are
Trick
constantly.
yourself.
How many you heard the term that people are just led by their emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like someone gets mad, all of a sudden they can't help it. They gotta fight. They gotta yell. They gotta be angry. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to learn certain traits like humility. You know what I'm saying? Certain traits like
Strength.
yeah, you know,
Strength is hard.
acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Like accepting, be just as accepting that things when things go good. That hey man, this is awesome. And when they go bad, hey, you know what? It's okay. But just like when it's good, but for right now. And just like it's bad, but it's for right now. You know, everything is for something. You know,
Right.
enjoy the rewards. But then don't be a coward when the lessons come through. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, you can't expect to level up if you keep on repeating the same bad habits and letting your mind constantly make decisions for you instead of you realizing that hey, I am not my mind. You know what I'm saying? I like for example, when a painter paints a painting, that painter is not their painting. That's their creation. You know, that's an extension of them. But they're painting and it's not them. The same way that your mind is it's not you. You know the thing. You know you need to realize that you are not your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Like your soul is something.
Exactly. Your soul is never ending. This mind is something we're gonna have for however long our lifetime is. You know what I'm saying, on this earth.
Because of the body.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying. But once it's time to move on, once we've worn it down to it's like a car. You know what I'm saying. Once you've driven it to where it can no longer be driven, you're gonna exit this body, exit this world, and see what's next. Move on to the next dimension. You know what I'm saying. Hopefully move on. Not have to repeat, right? You know what I'm saying. But you know that's. And keep that in mind that hey man, this is all about learning. This is all about having fun. You know, if I take everything too serious, if I get too locked into like an image, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, let the mind start telling me that appearance is important, that is everything. Start telling me that status is everything. You know, that I need to have this and have that. Like you need to catch yourself when your mind gets material. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You need to. I'm gonna read this to you. I sent it to you in the meme a few weeks ago, but I don't know if you remember it. But either way, I'm gonna read it to you. It said, in the Toltec tradition, once you begin to regularly practice awareness, we say now you are a Toltec hunter because you are stalking your mind, watching for the arising of thoughts and beliefs that do not serve you, so you can defeat them rather than allow them to drag you back into the suffering. You see that there?
Yeah.
Become a mind hunter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You be aware of those thoughts that want to creep up on you and fuck your day up. You know what I'm saying? And throw doubt, throw everything that
Fill that shit with positivity.
Exactly.
With
You know what I'm
positive
saying?
arrow.
Cause yeah, bro. Cause at the end of the day, like it's an inner work. You know, once again, nothing you change on the outside is gonna fix your life. I mean, like I said, short of being physically abused. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing's gonna really change your outside. It's gotta be an inside work, an inner work. Once you start changing yourself inside, you will see the outside start to change. That's
Right.
how it's gotta be. It's not, oh, I need to get organized and then do this, or once I do that, and then I'll be ready to try and work on myself. No, you need to work on yourself first, and then your environment will put itself together around you.
Right.
And whatever you thought you were gonna get, it will be even better. I promise. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta go with the universe. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting it. You know, like I said, humility, acceptance. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, strength. You know, having and good self-esteem. You know, like not having doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Resilience.
Not letting it get you down. You know, there's nothing wrong with being sad. There's nothing wrong with being mad.
Right.
You know, we get jealous. We all get a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, but you have to be able to see that these are emotions that don't serve me. Like I just said, don't serve you, and I'm gonna do what I can to try and eliminate these. I'm gonna
Control the emotion and let the emotion control you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, like I remember when I was younger, these old dudes used to always say, when you get old, you want to say that you know what, that you used time, that time didn't use you. You know, that's what they would always tell me. You know, when you get older, now you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You want to say that I didn't spend so many years doing that race that everyone tries to do. You know what I'm saying? Chasing lust, chasing status.
Right. You gotta use your mind to let your mind use you. Just like time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know, that way you make the best of your time, you know? And that's what I'm saying,
best
bro.
Of your mind.
Exactly, bro. You know what I mean?
Cause there's so many minds wasted.
Yes, it's sad.
Right. They got the brain, the intelligence and shit, but their mind isn't in the right place.
Like, I mean, I don't know if I got anything to say about mine.
Mind over matter, baby. I mean, I just like the placebo effect. You know, that's your mind. Like you're saying, oh
yeah, bro. Yourself. Yeah, you know, like the same way that people will go to the doctor and take this pill. The doctor says this will cure your depression. Well, what if I said the same thing to you, but all I gave you was like a fucking Tic Tac? But you believe it so hard that hey, you all of a sudden depressed. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can. But
not even just mental shit. That's physical shit.
Yeah.
So that's your mind curing physical shit in your body by itself.
Yeah.
Just tricked because you tricked it.
I get you. Mind over matter, right? There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Mind over matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's bananas, bro. Have you ever been to a point where you almost lost your mind?
I felt like that a few times, bro, and you know, it was all because of me, bro. Because I would fill myself up with all these negative emotions and never do anything about it, you know. And I would really hit low points a lot. You know what I'm saying? Where I already didn't really have many friends, you know, a lot, you know, when I was younger, so I would get in these states, and obviously, you know, one would just eat. You know what I'm saying? Feel sorry for yourself, and then like
probably the chemicals in that don't help your mind.
Yeah, and then once you start to,
or at least just knowing that what you're eating is
like you can tell a person who's depressed a lot by just how they look, how they walk. You know, I'm like you can tell a person has no self-esteem. You know, like the same way you can tell like, you know, when you see someone, you know, walking a certain way, you're like, look. Like earlier, I was like, look at that guy walking like such a douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Like you just see that walk. You know, like you can see
confidence.
You can see the lack of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like you see it all. You see fake confidence. You know what I'm saying? You know, like you know, and all that's in the mind. You know, all that thinking that you have to fulfill some kind of like I have to be a certain way, or I have to like make this impression on people. Like, just be yourself.
That's on your mind.
Yeah, like I said, you know, if you have to work so hard to be fake to fit in somewhere, then bro, like, that you need to start your mind is gonna be overwhelmed pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fake it till you make it. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just a way to give yourself you know, imposter syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, cause
you never feel like finished.
And that's the thing that's sort of about like YouTube personalities. You know, like they get so stuck in having to be this thing, this label, this image, that they're afraid to ever go out of that. You know what I'm saying? They become you know, like what I just said.
You think Logan Paul's like that? Like he just wants to be big and just I want to try to be big in any way I can. So he went to. People
who will go to like will go be hated just to get clout, like. And that's what he does, bro. Like, if you watch what he does in WWE, like, he shows up and it's obvious he's gonna get booed. All the fans are gonna be like, "Boo, fuck," you know, they're gonna talk shit about him, and it's obvious he knows it. He just wants to be seen, or it's whatever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like what's you know,
toxic mindset.
Like, yeah, bro. Like, who are you really, bro? I was talking about imposter syndrome. Who are you really? Who is the guy who came up with the image of Jake Paul behind? You know, who are you really? Have you forgotten by now? That's what I'm saying. Like, you fake it till you make it, but that also means you probably damn near lose your mind. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So too much weed can make you lose your mind a bit.
Yeah, bro. I said this before, and I've said it to my younger homies, and because I've experienced it, and it's not just it's also opinion, obviously. So you don't have to agree, but I think that smoking too much weed can lead you can make it easier for you to be depressed, because
especially it's like if it's nonstop.
Yeah.
Like a chain smoker, but with weed.
If you're smoking like a half,
that's psychosis.
If you're smoking half a zip every week by yourself, you know, or even just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, bro, and you're gonna be depressed because, you know, that's what the weed does. The weed does makes you observe thoughts even more. It slows down the mind so you can think about these thoughts. But it doesn't
Overdoing it will make you less motivated to go socialize.
But the weed doesn't teach you how to deal with these thoughts. That's your job. The weed doesn't teach you how to make these thoughts better and happy instead of looking at them like, yeah, man, things are so bad, or yeah.
Now that there's alcohol.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Like none of these things are weed is not gonna, nothing's gonna make anything go away. It's gonna be a temporary like distraction for the mind. You're trying to distract your mind so you're not thinking about it. But you know what? The next day, the next whatever, when you come out of your binge, problem's still there. And
you'll be thinking about it even more.
And they're probably even worse now because you keep putting it off, and now you're putting substances in your body to try and forget about this. You know, it's sad. It's just you're struggling. You're struggling. You know, you could easily just do the work, but you're working so hard to avoid the work. You know, it's you know, people put themselves through a lot just to avoid having to face reality, bro. You know.
That's true. That's wild. Yeah, I think my mind is stronger than it's ever been.
Oh man, that doesn't sound very humble.
I mean, I still have a lot more strength to get.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You said that pretty braggadociously there.
True that.
Like, whoa! I felt like there was a shining light in my face for a second.
Right. Big like belt. Nice.
I feel something crawling on me.
Oh shit! That's your mind, bro.
Ah!
That's your mind. Your mind can make you think things are there that aren't even there. It can make you think that people are talking shit about you and nobody's even talking shit.
The mind can make you think that when you're playing a fucking chess match that this move won't get you taken, that this move is gonna make good move, you know, like, yeah, I know what you mean, you know. The mind says, you know, yeah, like you see it on the chessboard, you do it, you see it, nah, do this, do that, and then you do it, and then boom, you look, what the fuck, you know?
Your mind will trick you too. Is like if you ate, and then like somebody's eating in front of you, like, damn,
bro.
Your mind makes you think you're hungry again.
Bro, for somebody like me who was really fat growing up and probably in his early 20s, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the hard for me to kick is food, and I've had to become extra disciplined with it. You know, like there's days where I'll fuck off, and I'll have some junk food, and
it's not in your gut that it's like addicted as your mind.
Yes. Right? Yes, it's.
Because, I mean, I guess you kind of get a little bit
because because probably going through all that trauma that we went through. Shout out to the trauma dad episode or whatever. You know, like I would eat probably because eating brought me comfort and happiness where I didn't find anywhere else. You know, so I became a fat little kid. You know, I became a fat adult for the most part. You know, and I had to work hard. That was mental. You're right. That was all mental. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could easily work out every fucking day. And you know, do all the stuff I had to do and eat all the right foods, but it was up to me mentally to keep it disciplined, to not make excuses, to not say, well, just a little bit or nah. And I learned a saying that is really good for the mind. It's you can either you can choose your regret. You can choose the regret of discipline or choose the regret of wait, my bad. I'm so high. You can choose your pain. Choose your pain. You can choose the pain of discipline, which at the end of the week is you being sore from working out. You know, feeling like, you know, damn, I feel, you know, I ate right, but, you know, I feel a little
cranky or something.
Yeah, you know, you feel like, oh. But isn't that better than waking up and being like, oh, I fucked off all week, bro. I probably went to the gym twice. I ate fried chicken. I had a burger and pizza. I had a fucking ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Like,
eventually,
I went to Jack in the Box last night. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just beating yourself up now on Saturday morning. You know what I'm saying? What pain do you want? Do you want the pain of saying I'm putting in work and that's what's up, or do you want the pain of like, man, I'm still not disciplined. I'm still lacking in dedication. You know what I'm saying, to myself, and you know what I'm saying?
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. God to your mind. Don't call yourself dumb and shit. Yeah, you know, it's easy to do. Like,
hey, I tell people this all the time, bro. You go ahead and talk shit about yourself, but for every negative thing you say, I want you to give me 2 good things about yourself. You know, you gotta balance that shit out, fam.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy to call yourself dumb.
It's almost like your mind is like a pet, and you gotta be kind. It's like it's sensitive.
Yeah,
it's like a puppy. You gotta train it right.
You gotta think of as yourself as your inner child in there. You know what I'm saying? Your inner child is imagine you getting it yelled. You want to yell at your inner child? Do you want to call it an idiot? Do you want it stupid?
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's gonna get traumatized. It's gonna get fucked up.
And that's why you as a person are angry. You're not right. You're not in tune with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you're all fucked up. You're all moody. Yeah. And that's where anxiety and depression and all these horrible things come from that make you want to
anger.
Yeah, that's where all these things come from. Like these undealt with stuff that's in your mind. You know what I'm saying?
See, whenever you're talking about the rooms, I imagine like those rooms need to be like saged. The doors need to be open. The windows need to be open. Air
light needs to be
light needs to be in those. A lot of times they're like closed.
Those rooms have been closed and boarded up even. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You're so afraid that you think there's a monster in there. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta defeat that shit.
It's all you.
Right.
You created that monster. You can't uncreate it. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
You're in control of your mind.
And here's a little intermediate spiritual lesson. When you start to mentally always just complain about yourself, always start to just in a way become selfish and worry about yourself. We talked about how there's ways to activate what some people will call the Akashic, record, where you activate everything that's ever happened, all the information, like in the Matrix. That's what they were doing. They knew how to log in to the Akashic record mentally, so they could achieve all these abilities in an instant. But anyhow. When you're connected to that, you realize that you're connected to everybody in the world, in the universe, that everything's connected, right? And when you start to have these feelings of depression, these selfish feelings of like I'm not enough, or I lack, or I'm stupid, or whatever the fuck, everything's my fault, you start to separate yourself from the whole. You start to not just be you, and you will achieve nothing. Right. We achieve nothing disconnected from the whole. That's the whole thing of mind. Mind will tell you but you need to defeat that. No, it's not about making sure. It's all about making sure that I'm well in tune with everything and everyone around me. That will mean sacrificing. That will mean having to sometimes the ego will have to eat some humble pie. You know what I'm saying? That will mean sometimes you have to accept that, hey, maybe this was my fault. Hey, maybe I should have acted differently. Hey, maybe I should apologize. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, stop. So many of us expect things, to go our way. So when we feel wronged, we expect someone owes us an apology. This person owes me. You know what I'm saying? See, it becomes all about me. That's not what it's about. It should be about we. If there's a problem with someone, the thought in your head should be about how can I turn this from me situation to a we situation. I need to get it back into us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, and you've seen that. What is depression and all those thoughts when you do? Once you want to isolate yourself, you want to just stay in your room and lock yourself away from everybody and just smoke weed or get fucked up, watch porn. Just
twist your mind up.
Just isolate yourself up, bro. Like you're putting yourself into that. In prison, what do they call that when they send you by yourself?
Isolation.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's I guess that's what they call it, right?
Yeah, isolation.
Yeah, they call it the hole or some shit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
Pit.
you know what I mean. Yeah, where you're solitary confinement.
Oh, okay, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, solitary, and you're basically doing it to yourself. And it's well known that in prisons, that makes those guys go extra crazy. Yeah. So what do you think that does to us out here in the real world?
You put yourself in.
You're turning yourself crazy, bro. When literally the world, there's like I said, bro. There's people who are in prison who will do anything to be able to step out and smell that fresh air and touch a fucking tree. You know what I'm saying? Walk into somewhere and walking out and buy something. And here people just would rather be and lock themselves into a prison. It's literally a mental prison. That then turns into a physical. Like I said, it starts here on the inside.
Right, because they feel limited.
You start to feel depressed. You start to isolate yourself. You start to stop giving a fuck about yourself. You start just not wanting to be around people. You start giving a fuck about your physical being. You start just being just a loafer. You know what I'm saying? You start just to become a sloth. So you start to play the victim for everything. Oh me, why? You become Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna get you nowhere. That's never gotten anybody nowhere.
Right.
That's
Nobody. You get a little bit of pity, but not really.
Yeah, even people will say, "Well, I pray and nothing happens." Well, look,
God's got to take action.
It says in the Bible, God helps those who help themselves first. You know what I'm saying? You know, people who during the flood would just sit there and say, "Oh God, come and help me." And you know, God's, you know, you see stuff floating by that you could hop on. You know what I'm saying?
If somebody with a boat,
Yeah,
like, nah, I'm waiting for God.
But you know, yeah, exactly, bro. Like, yeah, God's like, okay, then you must not understand how I work.
Yeah.
You expect me to work your way. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, see, in your mind, you have this expectation, these selfish expectations for how things are supposed to be. But that's not how it's always gonna be, fam. And that means there's work to do. And if there was no work to do, then life would be fucking boring. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Like they was like in that scenario, you assume, oh, I'm just gonna get my own boat. It's gonna float by and I'm gonna get in it. But instead of like, you're gonna have to fucking socialize and ask somebody and humble yourself for help on their boat.
You're gonna have to find. Yeah, you don't know how to build a boat, so you have to find people who do.
And that's what God is telling you to do,
Yes.
whether you realize it or not. Like, it's not always gonna be easy, but it's worth it.
What do you think you're on Earth for? You know, you're on Earth for here to learn to be human. To be human and to socialize and to, yes, go through emotions. Yes, even the bad ones is part of being human. You know what I'm saying? But you have to be able to go through them and accept the fact that, hey, this is just a little carousel. I can hop off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This carousel of negativity I'm on. I can hop. I can immediately just turn the lights on even more and change the colors of all the horses and everything around me and have it. You know what I'm saying?
Make it fun.
And turn the music all better instead of just being on this depressed.
It's literally all up to you and your mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It could change your whole day,
Can
your week,
life.
your year, your life. I was gonna do this friend song.
You know, sometimes your mind will focus so much on this one goal, and even though you know that there's other things out there that might even be better than this one goal, that is boring and young. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is tricking you because these these expectations that are in your mind.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy how people do that, right?
That's it's also understandable because we were human.
Of course, and that's, like I said, that's what we're here to do, be human.
Right. And
You
on
know
that
what
note,
I'm on that note, we're gonna be human and you know.
but yeah, I mean, you gotta. Everybody has a powerful mind. Be kind to your mind. Love yourself.
Yeah.
And don't you know, like, don't purposely put it through some shit that you know it could be like some.
Yeah, bro. Because it's always gonna be easier to fall into negative thoughts and just fall on this cushion of negativity and just wallow, just lay there, right? It takes work to pick yourself up. It takes work to be to try to find the light in things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even if you see like if something happens in your life and it doesn't work out, or it was just exactly the way somebody told you it didn't work out, but that's like an explosion of negativity. There's all this positivity, and you can just go away from negativity. Like, I mean, you should don't escape negativity all the time, because you have to expect, like, you know, for certain situations. Like, we've had a podcast episode on death and certain dad trauma and just certain things that you can't escape. You have to live in it. But then at the same time, like, once you process it, then you decide, okay, now am I gonna go on positive or negative about this?
Yeah. So it's up to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a loss. It's like a chess. When you lose, you can choose to say, okay, I'm gonna.
Or even if you just lose a piece.
Yes.
Right.
I'm gonna decide to either beat myself up and be negative and blah blah blah. Yeah, you can do that. But you can also say, hey, you know what? I'm not gonna win every time. I'm not gonna make a good move every time. You know, that's part of.
It'd be boring to win every time.
That's part of learning. Yeah, it would. You know, you think it wouldn't, but it would.
Yeah.
You know, it's much. Yeah, it is much more fun when the competition around you is getting better,
right.
and you have to lose in order to improve.
Right.
Because if you're just winning, then
and then when you lose, it makes the winning even more fun.
Yes,
right.
That's what I'm saying.
You never lose, and the winning just doesn't feel like
the
shit.
last 2 weeks, I went on a losing streak with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You came and took my lunch. You know, here in my home, here at the Out Squad headquarters. You know what I'm saying? You came and you whooped me on this chessboard, and like I said, there's nothing for me to do but accept what's on that chessboard.
Right.
You lost, Trevino, so you gotta eat that shit up and learn from it, and that's it. Learn from it, go back and keep playing, because it's not the end of the world.
Right.
There's gonna be chess matches every fucking day. You know, you can go on your phone and go play a chess match right motherfucking now. You know what I'm saying?
But even then, it's not like that's not the last game
exactly,
ever.
Exactly. You know, so don't treat it like that. So be ready next time, bro. Be ready next time. You know, and if you lose, then I gotta keep working at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One day you're gonna hit that. Your mind is gonna hit that. Like, oh, I see the board so differently now. Everything looks easy. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hit that point. And like, I I remember when I struggled, you know, at certain opponents on the computer, and now I'm like, man, I can't believe I struggled against those dudes. You know, like it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? That's the growth.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
but that took me having to eat my humble pie, accept losses. You know what I'm saying? And go and keep trying, pick myself up. That takes work, but you know what? Just like in chess, once you get used to losing and having to eat humble pie and going back to the drawing board, it'll get easier to pick yourself up. It'll get easier to be positive. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. Now that reminds me, because I was gonna say something about like if you're being positive and shit, and the people that you're being positive around, and they're just not, and they're being negative to you.
Yeah, but
you don't fit in that puzzle piece. You
don't put up
somewhere else.
Yeah.
You can be.
I understand being positive, and I want to spread it. But if you're around people who are just energy vampires,
Right.
who just take all your positivity and throw negativity back at you,
Right.
don't appreciate it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Constantly rag on you, constantly complain. Fuck them.
Right.
They clearly want to wallow in negativity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They live in a mentally negative state. You don't need to be around that. Go away from that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Go find people who think more like that,
Right.
and that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't accept less than you deserve. You know, you don't deserve to be around people who put you down and make you feel shitty, or who are just angry and bitter all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to be around people who make you appreciate life and say, yo, this is awesome. I love being with my peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Give off good energy.
I
Yeah.
got so much energy right now. I want to throw this table over, bro.
Yeah.
We should end it on that note.
All right.
Mentally, I'm gonna flip it.
All right. Peace.